Hello guys, today I will be presenting on properties and uses of plastics as a construction material and engineering material. My name is Alvaro Guerra and let's get into the presentation. Firstly, what is plastic? Like any building material, plastics must be able to withstand, of course, the rigors of their intended use. They must be versatile and of course serve their purpose in construction. Each plastic material has its own peculiar properties to suit its particular uses. For instance, some plastics may be used for their ease of fixing, while others may be used for their insulation properties or good sound properties. The success of plastic as an engineering material will depend heavily upon the selection of variety of plastic. Following are the general properties of plastic. Such properties of plastic in construction are: number one, appearance of plastic. As I'm sure many of you have seen the use of plastic, maybe in cladding or certain buildings. For example, they might use it for cladding for gas station sheds. In the market, there are so many types of models of plastics, and they are available, such as transparent, colored, etc. They are suitable pigments that are added in the process of manufacturing of plastic material to get these different properties. So there are a variety of different colors that can be achieved by the introduction of pigments. So these will give good appearance to the structure and make it attractive. Here's a picture of a building in China that was made from 1.5 million plastic bottles. As you can see, it has a very good appearance. Number two, the chemical resistance of plastics. Plastics offer great resistance against chemicals and solvents. Chemical composition of plastics during manufacture will decide the degree of chemical resistance. Therefore, during the manufacturing process, certain additives may be added to alter the properties of plastic to make it more resistant to certain chemicals. Most of the plastics available in the market offer great corrosion resistance, so corrosive metals are replaced by plastic in the case of water carrying pipes, such as PVC, instead of the past where there were used steel pipes. Here's a picture showing the different types of plastics and their resistance to chemicals. As you can see at the bottom, it gives their degree of resistance in accordance to the different types of acids. Number three, dimensional stability. Thermoplastics types of plastics can be easily reshaped and reused, as we all should know. But in the case of thermosetting type plastics, it is not possible to reshape or remold the material, as we can see in maybe resins and so forth, whereas thermoplastic can be reheated and reshaped over and over. This is a very important property as it applies heavily on construction and will be seen a lot. As you can see, there are the properties of a thermoplastic, and in the thermosets, as you can see, they are attached together through cross link. And at your right hand side, it shows the thermoplastics, whereas they have a weak bond between chains, which allows them to be reheated and reshaped. As you can see, it says melts when reheated and is recyclable, whereas thermosetting plastics which is at the bottom, they have strong bonds between chains, and when they burn at high temperatures, they cannot be recyclable. Number 4, ductility of plastics. Ductile nature of plastics is very low. When tensile stress are acting on plastic members, they may fail without any prior indication. As you can see, ductile property of plastic allows it to be bent without breakage. As you can see, at the beside there is a glass, and it shows that it is brittle, meaning it would break if certain pressure is added to it. As you can see on your right hand side, it shows the stress compared to brittle materials and the ductility. Number 5, durability of plastics. Plastics with sufficient surface hardness are having good durability. Sometimes plastics may be affected by termites and rodents, especially in the case of thermoplastics types. However, it is not a serious problem because of no nutrition value in plastic. So, as due to this property of plastic, it is very durable. Many of you may know that the lifespan of plastic is 1,000 years. For this case, we know that the durability of plastics is very high. Here is a picture showing on your left hand side plastic in the ocean. This just is basically illustrates that plastics, although introduced to solvents, they still take quite a while for them to break down naturally. As in your right hand side, we can see a pipe running through a trench. This shows the durability of plastic because PVC is commonly used for piping system in the modern building. Number 6, electric insulation. Plastics are good electric insulators, so they are used as linings for electric cables and for electronic tools. We may see this very common in electrical work, whereby they are very good electrical insulators. Number 7, finishings. Any type of finishing treatment can be given to plastics. Mass production of plastic particles with uniformity of surface finish is done by having technical control during manufacturing. Finishings by plastics are seen almost everywhere, either by a solvent-based epoxy floor coating, which gives it a very smooth and very pleasant look to a floor, up to vinyl flooring or PVC flooring, which gives it a very aesthetic appearance. Number 8, fire resistance. Yes, you may all think that plastics is a very flammable material, but on the contrary, some plastics, such as PVC, due to their properties, allow for steady burning and are not that quite flammable. As it says, the resistance to temperature or fire for varieties of plastics considerably varies depending upon the structure. Plastics made of cellulose acetate or burn slowly. PVC made plastics do not catch fire easily. Plastics made of phenol, formaldehyde, and urea formaldehyde are fireproof materials. As you can see at the bottom, there's some pictures of PVC and one being burned on your left hand side, which shows a very slow burning pace. Number 9, fixing. This is one that plastic is very famous for. Fixing of plastic materials is so easy. We can bolt, drill, or glue to fix plastic materials to position. As shown below, a plastic is bolted onto another piece of plastic, and on your right hand side, the method of fixing such as gluing is very easy. Number 10. Humidity. The plastics made up of cellulosic materials are affected by the presence of moisture. The plastic made of polyvinyl chloride, which is a non-cellulose material, PVC pipes offer great resistance against moisture, as shown in picture above, which can be used in either greenhouses or in your right hand side, which is a thin layer of DPM, polythene builder film for concrete underlay DPM, which is placed on your floor to prevent moisture from entering your building. Maintenance. Maintaining of plastics are so simple because they do not need any surface finishing coating or paints, and this is a very convenient property since it allows for ease of fixing as well as not much maintenance, so less labor intensive. Number 15. Sound absorption. This is a next property that is very important and is widely used for this purpose. By saturation of phenolic resins, we can produce acoustic boards. These acoustic boards are sound absorbent and provide sound insulation. Generally for theaters, seminar halls, this type of acoustic ceiling are used. As shown in the picture below, a seminar hall where the ceiling is made of soundproof plastic material. Number 16. Strength. Practically, we may all know that plastic has a good strength to weight ratio. For this reason, plastic is a strong material, but ideal section of plastic which is used for structural component is not designed yet. Generally, by reinforcing fibrous material into plastic improves its strength. If the strength to weight ratio of plastic is same as metals, then also we cannot give preference to plastics because of various reasons like heavy cost, creep failure may occur, poor stiffness, and sensitive against temperature. Thermal property. This is another property for which plastic is mainly known for, which provides coolness to be inside your building when it's hot outside by keeping warmth outside and coolness inside your building, and vice versa. The thermal conductivity of plastics is very low and is similar to wood, so foamed and expanded plastics are used as thermal insulators. As shown in the picture below, we can see a house being built of Convitec, which is a very good thermal insulating material. Weight of plastics. Plastics have low specific gravity, generally ranging from 1.3 to 1.4. So as we can see, it's very low. So they are light in weight and easily transportable to any place in a large quantity. This allows ease of transportation, which highly reduces construction costs. So this is one of the main properties of plastic which they are generally used for. Okay, now we'll be moving on to use of plastics in different aspects of the construction industry. Plastics may be used in the construction industry for a variety of different aspects. They may range from flooring, which is basically plastic materials like polyvinyl chloride, PVC as we mentioned earlier, and polyethylene are used to make flooring less prone to wear and tear. It also decreases the sound pollution level and can be cleaned easily due to their good water permeable properties. Roofing. To protect the outer surface of the roof from damage, 2 layers of different plastics materials are required. The upper part is made of colored thermoplastic olefin or vinyl, while the lower part consists of polyurethane foam, which consumes less energy and keeps the interior of a house cooler. So basically, in roofing, two types of plastic are used. One, in order to be able to obtain its good water permeable properties, and the inside layer to be able to perform its good thermal insulation properties. Insulation. Polyurethane spray is frequently used for insulation. When constructing green or low energy buildings, rigid polyurethane foam is known for its high thermal resistance, which promotes temperature consistency. As mentioned earlier, gives good insulation properties, keeping your inside of your building very cool while the outside stays warm. Polyurethane foam is also popular because of its lightweight, so it's easily accessible and transportable. Chemical resistant and flame retardant. So due to the adjustment of the properties, you can achieve a very chemical resistant as well as flame retardant material. Due to its closed cell nature, polyurethane insulation performs as an air barrier, resulting in significant energy saving. So if you plan to use polyurethane for insulation, it will serve as a good air barrier, resulting in significant energy savings. So it does saving for the user in the long run. Wall. A structural insulated panel, SIP, is a sandwich of expanded polystyrene amidst two slim layers of oriented strand board. This type of prefab composite wall board can be transferred to the workplace easily for a particular task and provide good support to columns and other associated essentials during renovation. This simply means that, as before, we covered the Convitec walls, which are easily transportable on site, as well their method of fixing is very more easier than as compared to other materials. Pipes, commonly made of polyvinyl chloride, PVC, CPVC, acrylonitrile, butadiene, styrene, ABS, or polyethylene. Plastic pipes are flexible and very light in weight, making them easy to install. All of these plastics materials are also highly chemical and water resistant, making them suitable for extreme environments. So they are used for piping. As we saw earlier, a PVC pipe was placed inside a trench. By seeing that, we know that very high trust is placed into the type of material, which is plastic, polyvinyl or polyvinyl chloride, for its durability and strength. So they are mainly used for piping. Windows. Polycarbonate is used to manufacture building windows. This plastic material is strong, clear, and very light in weight. Polycarbonate windows are considered more burglar proof than regular glass windows. So it gives you an extra sense of security just by knowing the flexural strength of plastics. Two plastics materials, vinyl and fiberglass, are used commonly in the production of window frames. Fiberglass is extremely strong, while vinyl is quite durable and also inexpensive. So using plastics for windows by the introduction of fiberglass is extremely strong and will result in a quite durable and also inexpensive piece of equipment. Next, plastics may be used for doors. Some construction projects use doors made from a stiff polyurethane foam core with a fiber reinforced plastic or FRP coating. The sandwich structure of these doors makes them incredibly strong. So they are not only used for windows but also doors. The following is a video that will show you how plastics are being used in construction industry, and not only being used but also promoting the recyclability of plastic waste. Okay guys, this was my presentation. I hope you could have found it useful. Thank you so much for your time.